All right, Aquarius. I am back to redo our reading from yesterday because I got on here to do Virgos and Aquarius. And of course, it was no problem with Virgo. As soon as I started to do Aquarius, I was choppy. Nobody could hear me. My moderator told me something was going on. So again, I live with a wicked, truly a wicked witch, a wicked person, a true narcissist, a karmic friend that is very envious and jealous of me and others. So I apologize and hope it doesn't happen today. All right, so that's my situation. And we're just going to stay positive and try to stay positive. And maybe she won't come on here and socially stalk me like she does a lot. So again, I'm going to start off with our soul journey. I hope everybody's doing great. And I just want to say thank you. Now my girl Nini's not on here. But we're just going to say thank you. We're going to give the blessings to our higher power, our ancestors, our higher self. And we're going to see what they have to say about you, Aquarius. This is about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. All right, so let's see the messages. I was on a roll last night, so I'm a little upset about. But again, every time I come on here, if she's around or watching it, you know, she messes up the energy because she's so dark and envious. All right, we got the plane. I accept responsibility for my well-being. But again, Aquarius, I'm picking up the energy with this. You got somebody that's blaming you, basically, for their downfall. You got someone that's blaming you for them not getting ahead of life. All right, you also could have been at one time blaming others. But I really feel like, all right, well, my Cash App is, don't worry, I'll spend it wisely. I can give you a reading for $100, but do believe I'm a harsh reader. I tell you what I say. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't make it look like glitz and glamour for you. So again, you got somebody that doesn't take accountability in your energy, okay? You got somebody that does not take accountability for the things that they've done, all right, or how they treated you is what I'm hearing. But again, they want to play the blame game because things are not working out right in their life. At one time, this could have been you, blaming others for situations and things that you have had the, challenges, obstacles as they come out in your life. Okay. But I feel at the bottom that you're trying to focus on your happiness. You're trying to focus on your overall being. You could be out there getting grounded with the green, all right, heart chakra. You just want to be happy, all right? You just want to be happy. You're tired of challenges and adversity, but you accept that you learn from them, right? You learn from these challenges. Like really nothing is thrown your way is going to block you or your blessing, especially if it's for you. So again, like I said, what's at the top of the deck? Yeah, pride. You could have been dealing with somebody that was very prideful in their ego, and now they want to blame you because they don't take accountability for the things that they've done, how they treated you, whatever happened in the situation. Okay, at a point you could have been very indecisive about moving on from certain people's situations. You also could have been indecisive about taking certain aspects of your life seriously, taking accountability. You also could have been indecisive about these challenges. But again, I feel like you learned from these challenges. You learned that you're never losing anything or anyone. You're always learning. Life is a learning event. Okay, so we don't take L's around here. We take lessons. Okay, so again, you're focused on your happiness. Some of you guys do a service like I'm doing right now, and I am an Aquarius. You also could be a nurse. You could be out there in the community. I feel good when I can help others. So again, for some of you, I'm getting that, you help others. You might have taught others. You might try to help people and better themselves. But again, some people don't like to hear anything about themselves. They don't like to hear the dark. They only want to hear the good. So I feel for some of you guys, you got somebody in your energy now is blaming you because their well-being is not right mentally, physically, okay? This person, again, could have been very indecisive, did not use their intuition, but because you have, they're very angry at you. And because you have worked through a lot of adversity in your life, they're very upset. They're very jealous. They're very envious because they tried to one up you. They tried to strong arm you. You were dealing with a bully, right? Somebody that really wanted to stop you at no cost. So again, they might have even tried to blame you, like I said, because things are not working out for them. Show me more for Aquarius energy. Let's get this blame here. What is this blame? Show me what is this. Whoa, for this blame for Aquarius. The world. Oh, child. And that's what the reading was yesterday, that the world is yours, Aquarius, but you have to act like it. You don't be prideful, but the card yesterday was self-esteem. You don't live in ego, you live in confidence. You don't be cocky, you just stay self-assured. Okay, so again, you have the world card here. You're going through a spiritual graduation, okay? You are open to many infinite possibilities because you're acknowledging that you are an infinite being, okay? You also are acknowledging that, you know what? I don't need to blame anyone for anything that happens in my life. I chose these people. I chose this path. I chose this. I chose that. So some of you guys are taking accountability, but you've been dealing with someone that has not been. So again, for some of you guys, you're closing out these cycles. You're ending a cycle. You don't need no closure once you get to see the mass of people when it truly falls off. So again, when you cut certain people and things out of your life, you ascend even more because you're going through the challenges and the obstacles of life and you're learning the lessons. Okay. Whether you apply them or not is totally up to you. So again, following your intuition, not being blindfolded to what you see. Okay. That gut feeling is your intuition. So again, you're going through a spiritual graduation. The world is yours. You're getting back into a place of wholeness. You're having infinite possibilities, infinite opportunities. All right. Yes, Jesus is king. Okay. And you don't need any closure because you know who you are. You can take accountability. But like I said, some people around you are not taking accountability for what they've done, for how they treated you. All right. What they said about you. Look, I just said that. You were dealing with people that had a lot of conflict with you. They were in secret competition with you. All right. And for some of you guys, now this person feels defeated. They wanted to win at all costs. All right. They might even, you might even have past resentments from certain people in your past that put you through these challenges and obstacles when you were already going through a tough time. All right. This could have been definitely in your head. All right. So again, you're closing these cycles. You're ending them. You're getting out of your head. You're getting out of these disagreements, this silent competition. You're not worrying about winning at all costs because you know yourself. You're taking your own accountability and you're giving yourself your own closure. All right. So, all right, let's get this. Let's get one more for the blame game here. Somebody's doing the blame game. Ooh, child. Hangman, been a Pisces. Okay. But again, you are focused on your self-improvement. So right now you might be in a timeout. You might be suspended because the universe, God, whatever you believe in, is making you pause for a little bit. It's keeping you away from certain people and situations. Okay, so you can end this. So you can take accountability of the people that you chose or the situation that you chose to have in your life. All right. They want you to have self-improvement, not to be uncertain about yourself, because you have sacrificed a lot of yourself, your energy, your money for a lot of people. And again, they still have not taken a lot of accountability. You might also have a new perspective on life, a new perspective on of why these adversities and challenges, why these certain people came into your life. For some of you, you might have been at a lower vibration. And again, you're going to attract who you are at that time. But again, for some of you guys, like I said, you're having a spiritual graduation. You're also experiencing a spiritual enlightenment from everything that you've been through. Every time I get on here. All right. You're going through a spiritual enlightenment, a spiritual graduation. Let's get these adversities and challenges here. I said that challenges are the best way to learn. So again, yeah, some of you guys, like, you're getting that perspective. You have that accountability, like, okay, this is what happens. Like, just like in a video game or anything like that, you got to go through all kind of challenges and obstacles to get to the big bad wolf. And then once you complete the big bad wolf, I'm thinking of like Zelda or like Mario. All right. Once you beat the big bad wolf, you get a huge reward. You also go to another level, right? Every time you complete one level, you have to defeat some type of demon or a monster before you go on to a new level. That's what's happening here. All right. New levels, new devils. So again, here with the adversity and challenges, some of you guys could have been focused on your business. You were dealing with authority figures, but even through these challenges and obstacles, like I said, you're learning. It's making you more wiser. It's making you more responsible. All right. It's putting things in order. You're becoming more stable. You were dealing with somebody that was very playful. All right. You were dealing with someone that was very pessimistic. But again, it enlightened you. It gave you a different perspective. I hear of what not to be, of who not to be around with. So now that you've gone through these challenges, it definitely felt at that time it was a road blockage. But now you have a road opener. All right. You have ideas. You have a new way of being. You might have been dealing with somebody that was very immature, a gossiper. Somebody thought they were more clever than you. But again, it showed you how to be. It showed you how to get through these challenges, these people that was trying to block your success. And it made you basically boss up, right? Think about your responsibilities. Think about your own stability. Think about being more dependable and putting things in order. You protected your energy, whether you're a masculine or feminine air. Either way, you are stepping in your divine order. And like I said, a lot of people don't like that. So you had people that were gossiping about you, thinking that they were more clever than you, spying on you. That's probably what happened yesterday. Okay. This woman is not a reptile type in her. So she's very jealous and envious, and she definitely gossips. So again, somebody that you were also dealing with, somebody that wanted to be smarter than you. But again, this person was very immature. Anytime they come up as a page, right? They were upset that when you would get good news, when you would, had new ideas, when you would stay optimistic, okay? This person would be very mad, and they were very vigilant about trying to destroy you. All right. They thought they were smarter than you. But again, this person is not very clever, not very mature. All right. So this is what you had to overcome. For some of you guys, you could have had to overcome this recently. All right. Wow. You got the Emperor and the Empress. Yeah. Seven of Swords, misdirection, deception. Again, spying. Can't make it up. Somebody that is not in tune with their own consciousness. Like I said, they don't pay attention to their intuition. Okay, got the sun at the bottom of the card. You can't make it up. So they were very upset about you, your overall glow, your happiness. Okay, Aquarius, I'm so tired of talking about these envious people. It's coming up in everybody's reading. You can just hear this crazy bird. This woman doesn't take care of her pets. She's a horrible person. So again, this person was upset about your overall happiness, your glow. But again, no matter what, you got the truth, you got clarity, Things are starting to shine. Things are starting to get better for you in life. Again, once you accept the accountability for even having these people in your life, for even dealing with certain things and situations, all right, for not paying attention to your intuition, maybe a couple times. All right, the Empress, I say here, you're paying attention to your intuition right now. You're no longer chasing anything. You're no longer going after anybody or wanting anybody. You don't even want friendship like that because you don't know if you can trust certain people. You're getting a new perspective of people that hang around you or want to hang around you. All right. So again, the Empress doesn't chase. She attracts. She sits on her throne and everything is like given to her. Energy. You're in this divine energy. This is what is when you're paying attention to your intuition, okay? The universe is giving you a lot of things, okay? They are giving you wealth. They're giving you clarity. They're being very generous to you because you have taken yourself out of the loop of this karmic cycle. You're starting to self-care. You're starting to give to yourself where you were giving others, okay? You might have been going through a one-sided charity, people that were breadcrumbing you, but now you're going to be in a place, like I said, you're going to attract, you're going to have a luxurious life. You're going to have abundance here, again, with the sun at the bottom of the deck. Okay, you're going to have a glamorous life. All right. The universe wants to nurture you because you have taken yourself out of this karmic loop. Like, are you kidding me? You're taking yourself out of this karmic loop. All right. You're being more optimistic. You basically defeated a lot of evil people. Okay. But again, they had to put you out on pause. They had to put you out on time, out for a minute. You were dealing with somebody that was very manipulative. All right. And I feel like this person strategized this for a little bit. They could have been spying. I feel like this was very contemplated of how they were going to do a certain thing to you. All right. They're very sneaky. They're a thief. They're very cunning, very deceitful, and trickery. But again, you also could have self-sabotaged yourself by being around these individuals. You could have been holding yourself back. And now that you realize who, what to get rid of, you're going to soar very high. And that's very important. Any more for Aquarius with this deck? So like I was saying yesterday with the world is yours, Aquarius. So just act like it. Stand in that energy. You have the divine, you're in divine energy. And again, like they were saying, I just learned, people that come at people that are very jealous, very chaotic, very deceptive, okay? Like a witch, like a dark witch. An empress is higher than a dark witch because she doesn't need to manipulate energy. Things are just empress or emperor. Things are just given to that person. Like I said, they don't need to chase. They don't need to manipulate energy. They don't need to do any of that. Things are just given to that person because they're in their connection to the up higher most God. They're in that divineness. You have divine love coming for you. Blissful relationships, harmony. Because like I just said, you're in alignment. How crazy is that? You were once at a time where your values were misaligned because you was hanging around the wrong people that didn't even have no true spirituality, no true connection, not only to oneself, to anybody else. They might have talked about it, but it was all deceitful. It was all false. It was all lies. It was all tricky behavior. All right. Now this person is very unhappy. They're in a lot of regret. All right. But again, for some of you guys, you might be a place where you're apathetic to this situation. You're apathetic to this person because, again, like I said, you realize what you was dealing with. You look at the whole thing like as a whole, and you see a new perspective now. You're no longer, disagreeing with people that want to disagree with you. You're no longer in secret competition with people that were in secret competition with you. You can't compete where you can't compare. If somebody's not in their divine energy or even trying to work on it, there is no competition. There is no fight. There is no argument. So you're wasting your energy on people. Some people want you to fight. Some people want you to argue because they want you to come right back down to the low level that they are. but it's no need for that. Keep rising high. You have clarity. You have truth. You know these people don't take accountability. They probably never will. All right? Ace of Cups. You started loving on yourself, pouring on yourself, taking self-care, like I said before. Get into your own happiness. And this is what's bringing you blessings. Because you have pure intentions, Aquarius. Most of us Aquarius do. We don't go out there and maliciously do things to people. You were dealing with somebody, again, that did not love themselves. All right? They did not love themselves. So that's why they're not blessed. I said breast. That's why they're not blessed. All right? They did not have pure intentions. Okay? But you could have had a lot of love for this person at one time. But now you're like this, blah, blah, blah. You don't care what happens to this person. This person you were dealing with could have been a water sign, is very pessimistic, okay? Very indifferent because they're reluctant to do the work. Ace of Wands. You got it all going on, Aquarius. All right, they're telling me to use another deck. Oh, come on. Let's get some truth. Let's get some truth. All right. Look like the whole thing's in reverse. So some of you guys could be getting messages, downloads. Could have been dealing with a copycat. Somebody that wanted to copy you. But again, if you are or have been working on yourself, you can't copy that. You can't copy no one in that energy. Okay? Because you're not doing the work. You're nowhere near it. So like I said, you can't compete where you can't compare. But you can't tell somebody that's mentally unstable that way. You know, because they think they're better than you. They were trying to one-up you. They were trying to control you, control the situation, the outcome. They're also trying to control how you view them. All right. Also, how you viewed yourself. They wanted you to blame yourself. They wanted you to be in a position of indecisiveness. They wanted you to have more challenges and adversities that they were giving to you. They wanted you to feel like you were left out. They wanted you to feel like you were lost in a certain situation. Wow. Something is dead. Something has come to a complete end. All right. And this is a grave. But also, I said this yesterday. Somebody was steady trying to dig a grave for you, not realizing. And this is the old African American folklore. When you dig a grave for someone, when you dig a grave for you, you might as well be digging another one for yourself. Because the same hole or pit that you want somebody to fall in, you will eventually fall into that. All right. Give me some more. Like I said, it's the same person that doesn't take accountability for what they have done. You're feeling whole, Aquarius. You could be very distant and cold. All right. You was dealing with a karmic partner, friend or lover. Somebody could be trying to blackmail you. All right. So watch out for that. This person was very upset also that you might be an attractive female or male. But again, something that has been completed. You've seen all that you need to see from a person, a situation. So now you have pulled back your energy, you're cold, you're distant. Okay, this person could have treated you like that at one time. But again, this is a karmic partner. Karmic partner is somebody that you learn from. Yeah, you might have went no contact. Okay, but now this person wants to really, they miss you. They want to spend quality time with you. They were doing a lot of things behind the scenes. Something could be significant about Christmas. So something could be happening in your life around Christmas, or this could be a holiday that something happened that is very significant. This person was doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. What were they doing behind the scenes? Okay. You could be contemplating how to blackmail you. This all could have been over a man, where some of you guys are this divine masculine. Yeah. Maybe it's because somebody wanted you, somebody wanted to commit to you, and this person could have been mad. It's going to be different scenarios for everybody. But again, like, you have the world in your hand, and no matter what is meant for you is going to be for you. Nobody can stop it. But again, like, if you're in your divinity, if you are healing and focus on being on your divinity, God, the higher powers, the higher ups will punish this person for even trying to harm you or touch you. they had a lot of options. They also had a lot of decisions not to do this, not to come against you, not to hurt you. You're also going to be having a lot of options in decisions, Aquarius. All right. You was tired and you stopped jumping to conclusions. I feel like this person was trying to get you to have an altercation with them. All right. Again, so you can lower yourself in their vibration. Some of you guys are very focused on your money right now. You're not worried about these people. All right. So, you're focused on your money. You're focused on, bettering yourself. A new job is relevant for some of you guys. All right. You could have somebody around you, the opposite sex, that is very good for comfort. All right. So again, this person could be jealous about that. All right. But they would never take, they would never tell. Give me more information about this person. Okay. Wow. Like I said, now this person's empty handed because of what they tried to do to you. All right. And now we're going to get to nitty gritty. What was being done behind the scenes for Aquarius, to Aquarius? What was being done behind the scenes to Aquarius? Child. Spiritual attacks, okay? They were trying to attack your religion, attack your spirituality, okay? But some of you guys are very guarded and they hate how independent you are, all right? Very guarded. And some of you guys, like, you might be intuitively knowing that, but you have a very high rank in here with the Hierophant. You're definitely ranked high in the spirit world, and your ancestors seen all of it. You could have been very guarded here with the Queen of Swords, standing up for yourself, because you have been hurt before, especially in the past. And some of you guys might have seen certain characteristics of people before, okay, with the Hierophant here. But again, you're standing in, you're being very guarded, and you're also standing in your morality. You understand that certain things were not very traditional, certain things were not matching spirit energy or your beliefs. So again, you realize that you had to stand up for yourself and basically start cutting people out. Okay. What else? Whoa. So again, you might have, oh my God, look, see, every time, yeah, you're laying down burdens. These people can't move on and they feel very defeated. Again, that 5 words again. All right. And we got the High Priestess here. Pisces energy. I'm not picking up them cards. We're just going to have to use another thing of cards. The whole deck just fell. What I tell you, every time I do our reading, something always happens. So, yeah, this person, she's very evil. So this person feels very defeated. They wanted you to feel defeated, but Aquarius, but I don't think you are. Some of you guys are moving on. You're going to have victory here with the Chariot card. 7 is very significant to you. It is a spiritual number. Okay. Whoa. Okay. All right. So again, some of you guys could be moving. You could be getting a new car, but you're going to have victory. The Death card. And the Tower, or the Tower, no, the 8 of Wands. Some of you guys might even get a message, a strong, shocking message here. All right. I feel like you shocked someone with a message that you were ending a certain situation. You could have been dealing with the Scorpio. All right. But again, some of you guys, like yesterday, you persevered through a lot of challenges here with the 9 of Wands. You could have been feeling like the victim at one time, but again, you had to take accountability for allowing these people in your life, allowing them to do certain things, maybe even not paying attention to your intuition. But again, here you are a warrior. You stand up for yourself. I feel like somebody is very upset of how strong you are and that you're cutting them off. You ended a certain situation, and now there's going to be a lot of good news coming in. What's this 8 of Wands here for Aquarius? So they're also getting good news. They're also getting news about your perseverance, how strong you are. I feel like whatever happened, you took your power back. So now people can see how powerful you are because you're definitely in your divinity, whether you're masculine or feminine. Yeah. This could have been somebody from your past. This could have been somebody that you had deep roots with. But again, with the Six of Cups or Scorpio, this could have been somebody that wanted you to think more about the past situations that you've been into. They felt like something was deeply rooted in you that they can bring up to make you upset. This could have been a friendship. This could have been three people that came against you. All right. But again, some of you guys were very knowledgeable with that high priestess that also came out the bottom deck. You're very intuitive. You also could be a reader. I also feel like some people were going to get readings on you to see what was going on. At the bottom deck, Four of Pentacles, you pull back your energy. You started to save money. Four is about stabilities. So you start to save money, pull back your energy. Once you realize what was going on, who was doing what, and you realize something had to come to an end. Something had it to change, whether it be with you or these people or both. So again, like I said, you took accountability, or you're taking accountability for the part that you played in this whole situation with dealing with these folks. All right. And what's this Three of Cups? Three of Cups with the Six of Cups is Nine of Cups. Your wishes are coming in. All right. They are definitely coming in. Nine of Cups is the minor arcana for the star card. So your wishes are coming in. All right. You will be emotionally fulfilled. But again, you have to get to a place where you have to nurture yourself with the Mother of Cups. Father of Pentacles. You're definitely focused on your money. You could have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo that wants to come in and reunite with you. Okay, being in a relationship, reconcile with you, get back with you, whatever. Here with the Six of Cups, Three of Cups. Again, I feel like you're going to get abundance in every area. New love, new job, new money. You're letting go of burdens, people that may have burdened you. Yesterday I felt very heavy on my neck. So again, it could have been you've been carrying a lot of weight of the past. You've been carrying a lot of weight of things that was not meant for you to carry. It wasn't even yours. But here you are carrying. Hi, Nene. I was looking for you. I was like, where's my Nene? So again, you were carrying weight of others. All right. But now you realize that, you need to let certain things go, people go, because all it was doing was weighing you down, making you sick, making you worry, making you have headaches, body aches, whatever it was. And now you're focused on your creativity, your money, your bag, all right? Movement, Hierophant here again. You have the knowledge, you have the wisdom. I feel like Spirit was talking to you as well at night, getting a lot of downloads. But again, you have the key. You have that sacred knowledge here, which is also the masculine energy of the high priestess. But you have that knowledge. Again, people not knowing that you can come through dark times and still make it. I forget, what is that bird? Is it a raven? You're okay. You're right on time, honey. You're always right on time. Okay, this is a bird also that could have been giving you messages. They said when you see ravens, I can't think of it. You see certain birds, they mean certain things. So I know, like, when you are ascending, especially when you're healing or things about good luck or spirit, they will send certain birds, animals, ladybugs, butterflies, all that. You will start seeing all these things, even spiders. You will start seeing these things, and it's showing you that your spiritual ranking, your wisdom, you have the key, the knowledge, the key to certain spiritual realms, okay, that other people don't have. And I feel like that's why you had a lot of people that was very jealous. This did come out yesterday as well. The Eight of Pentacles, okay, working on your self-mastery, working on that web here, working on how much you can attain and get. When the spider is very meticulous with their craft, when they make a spider web, if you see, there's different ways that they do it, all right? And they can catch one fly or 1,000. It depends on how. It was a crow. Thank you, Mama. That's why I got you. And I don't know if you can look up the spiritual meaning of the crow, because there is a spiritual meaning from the crow, the raven. All right. I think it definitely is, because that's a crow, right? So again, let's go back. Why Nene does the work for me. Um, they're meticulous with that spider web, okay? It is part of their craft. And it shows how much they can catch. It shows also how unique they are here with the Eight of Pentacles. So again, you're working on your craft. You're working on your advancement of your spirituality, all right? Your particular craftsmanship, all right? So again, it depends how many flies you want to catch. It's how you're going to build this web, all right? How unique you're going to build it. Every web has a different design because these spiders are very crafty. They're very unique. They're very intelligent, all right? They're very practical. So again, you're working on your craft. You're working on your self-mastery here. All right, let's put this to the side. I need to know what the spiritual meaning of a crow is. So guys, I will be moving soon. So I will have a total setup. And I will be showing my face more. Yay! Any more for Aquarius? All right. You are again, yeah, as you move forward, people see you getting through these challenges and obstacles, and you're getting attention. You're getting noticed. You're getting your accolades. Okay. They see how fast and how gracefully you're moving through these obstacles and the challenges. It can symbolize positive and negative concepts, wisdom and change, magic and death. I knew it was also related to death. I think the raven is one of the ones that's related to death. But yes, you see, that's why the crow is on that key, the key to knowledge. It also talks about, the Hierophant talks about morality and tradition. So again, you're getting, you know, you're stepping into your morality. You're stepping into your own tradition. You also come in one of the ones in your bloodline that is breaking certain traditions that, you know, like generational cycles, curses, okay, with your knowledge, with your ranking. Like I said, you're very ranked highly in the spiritual realm. So you could be seeing certain things, like I said, crows, butterflies, spiders, ladybugs, hummingbirds, okay, trying to give you messages. Again, you've been through a lot of burdens here with the Ten of Wands. You've been through a lot of darkness, but you are coming through there, what I say earlier, and you're getting your Nine of Cups. You're getting your wish fulfillment. You're going to be emotionally happy, fulfilled, all right? Yeah, you're definitely walking away. You're walking away from darkness, people that try to give you obstacles and challenges to block your blessings, to block your light. All right, anymore. Yep, got it again. You're becoming this divine person. That's why, you know, you're going to get these downloads. You're going to get spiritual messages because you are becoming this empress and emperor. Also, guys, you know, if you are, because you also, I see that you're going to be getting love. You're going to be getting, you might also be meeting your divine match. The karmic partner came out, so you definitely would deal with somebody. I don't care how long you've been dealing with this person. You definitely been putting a lot of love into certain people that was not returning the same love. It's all about reciprocity here. We cannot be doing that. We leave ourselves empty when we do that. And like I said, because you have, you know, operate with good intentions and from a pure heart here with the Daughter of Cups, you know, universe is going to award you times 10, tenfold. Now we got the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, lovers. You're going to be getting a divine match. Somebody that matches your energy because you're choosing to work on yourself. I feel like you're not even going to be paying attention to this person. You're not even going to see it because you're going to be so grounded and horned in on working on your money, your bag, moving, whatever it is for you. You got your passion back. Like JC said, got my swagger back, right? You're going to be invested in yourself here with the Seven of Pentacles. You're going to be invested in, like I said, the world is yours. You just got to act like it. You're going to be acting like it. So again, that's going to open up a lot of messenger between physical and spirit realms. It represents deep intelligence and adaptability. Okay, acting as a guide for transformation. This is about the crow, guys. Also can signify the trickster, the archetype, the deceit, and ill fortune. I feel like that's what was going on. This is what you defeated You defeated somebody that was acting like the trickster. They were trying to mess up your misfortune. They knew how powerful you were really before you knew how powerful you were. You could have felt that you were powerful. You could have, again, you didn't want to be very prideful. You didn't want to be very, like, what was the other card? You didn't want to be very prideful. You didn't want to be very cocky. Okay. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Again, that's who we are as Aquarius. We're very humanitarian. But you definitely was dealing with somebody that was. All right. And again, they could have projected this on you. They could have been gossiping that this was you. And no, it was not you. Again, people are going to project on to you how they feel about themselves. So again, that crow was giving the message to you, again, letting you know how powerful you are in between the realms. Like she put on there, your ranking spiritually. It also was allowing you to know, like I said, maybe a lot of times at night, what these people were trying to throw your way. That deceit, that deception, that dark magic, that ill fortune, what they wanted for you is now on to them. Because you're steady, heavily focused on your bag, your craft, your own investment into you. Now you can do this because you have freedom of the mind. High priestess. We are high priestess. It also talks about, like I said earlier, somebody getting readings on you, kind of look through the crystal ball. But this is also about your power as well. Being very secretive, not telling people your next move. Okay? Someone also, you are in that high priestess status. It is levels to this shit. It really is. And like I said earlier, new levels, new devils. But you were dealing with somebody that was not of high priestess status, was not a true empress. This was a dark witch that you were dealing with, or a warlock. And again, they did not want you to see yourself in a positive light. They wanted to create nothing but obstacles and challenges for you. But not knowing who we are, we're the visionaries. We can take these obstacles and challenges with grace because we're normally 10 steps ahead of people. And we love to learn. We love to learn. But again, you had somebody that thought they were smarter than you. Again, here we go with another 5. 5 of Swords again. I'm tired of that card. And another 5. Wow. And that sneaky fox. You can't make it up. And the Sun card. Yeah, you got clarity about who this person was or people. Okay? You got clarity about this person. This person was very deceptive, a cheater, a liar. They wanted you to feel unappreciated. They wanted you to feel abandoned. They wanted you to feel alone. They wanted you to feel isolated. But again, they fucked around out because Aquarius is a very much a loner. Okay. And when we get into that place where we are isolated, we can focus on our own light. This even came out yesterday. We light up our own path. Okay. Because in the isolation, we find clarity, we hear better, we see better, we see what we need to see, especially about the other people. And again, these people were upset, jealous. The jealousy keeps coming out, trying to have the upper hand, trying to control and manipulate the whole aspect of your life. But you can't do that. And you're not supposed to do that to God's chosen. Nobody, definitely in divine energy. You will get dealt with. Okay. So again, deception, lies, sneakiness. And again, the Sun card here. You got clarity. You can see everything was illuminated about this person slowly but surely. It might have taken a long time. But like I said, now that you got clarity, you're going in a different direction. You're focusing on your future here with the 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And again, you're going for all the things that the world wants to give you. All the things that the divine wants to give you on a silver platter, I'm hearing. All right. They want to reward you for being such a good prophetess. All right. Yeah, they go to 2 of Wands. Being such a good empress, high priestess, for still walking in that light. You're cutting things out. Ooh, child, look. Divine justice, karmic justice. Legal justice. Some of you guys could be taking somebody to court. Somebody could be taking you to court. But again, you were dealing with a lot of cowards. You were dealing with somebody that was very fearful. They wanted you to put you in a place of fearful, but you bossed up. You got your strength back. You got your swagger back. All right. You got the Mother and Father of Pentacles. Like I said, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You do have somebody that's coming in that wants to have you in their life. I'm hearing they want to show you a different aspect of a man or a woman, whatever you were dealing with, because somebody knows you definitely was dealing with something very deceptive, sneaky, and just was not matching your energy. So now this person is saying, like, I can match your energy. I can do this. I can do that. But again, you're steady focused on becoming a better you, and the divine likes that. The divine loves that. But again, when it's time for this person, give this person the attention, all right? Don't totally ignore them, Spirit is saying, all right? Because they're not going to back down, okay? I'm just letting you know. They're not going to cut back down. You're definitely going to take action, leadership. You're stepping into a whole new energy, Aquarius, and I love it. You had people that were doing things in the dark, doing things hidden. You could have been dealing, again, with the Pisces or Cancer, doing things during the full new moons, every moon phase. All right, but again, this person was being a snake, okay? But now all that snake energy is coming right back to them. I feel like you're not even giving them the energy that they wanted, okay? Or they want. Wow, now we got Six of Wands. Is that the Six of Wands? I don't know what these. Or Six of Swords. That's the Six of Swords. You're moving on to calmer waters. From all that Five of Swords, all that jealousy, mental manipulation, you're moving away from that shit. Where you got now that, all right? Now you're going to be able to stand on your own. You're definitely going to be financially independent. Looking good, smelling good, all right? Being your own boss, your own person, okay? Now you have the Mother of Swords. There you go, Queen of Swords. You're tired of being hurt. You're tired of being traumatized from people that are insecure, people that are jealous. You learned your lessons. You have very much learned your lessons. So now that you're more knowledgeable about certain people aspects and how they move, you know when to cut people out. All right. It's no more being decisive. It's no more playing the blame game. It's no more going back and forth. You know when to cut somebody out, when somebody's been weighing heavy on your heart, your mind, and your body. You know now. You're the wise one. Okay. You're one of the chosen ones. Right behind the Hierophant again. Yeah. You're spiritually connected, warned. You've been warned through the realms in high rank. Okay. And you're getting a lot of attention. You have stood your ground to a lot of people, to these dark entities, these people that wanted your crown. You have stood up for yourself. You got your fire back. You got your passion back. All right. And you can feel it. All right. Other people see it too. And yeah. And they're like, wow. Aquarius is that boss bitch or boss dude. Excuse my language. But yeah. Any more for Aquarius with this deck? I like this deck. And I got it for $5. Ooh, child. Judgment. 20. Judgment is being drawn on these people. But again, you made a decision with everything that you learned, everything that you've been through. You could have been with somebody or around people 20 plus years. But again, 20 is here. Judgment is, I say that's the horns being blown. That's judgment being called from the higher ups. Judgment is being called on these freaking people. Again, Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is spiritual. This is now spiritual. Wheel of Fortune behind that. And because you're investing in yourself, because you're taking the time out, you're following your heart, you're following your connections with spirit, you're going to be very blessed. Wheel of Fortune, 10-10. Got 10-10-10-10. Wheel of Fortune, luck is changing in your favor because you're aligned. You're aligned with the divine. And spirit is so happy with you. Your spiritual team is so happy with you, for you. Like I said, some of you guys are the general curse breakers of your bloodline. So they're going to guide you because some people were unable to do this in their time. And now you're here and you're doing it. No matter what, no adversity, no challenges that are being thrown your way is stopping you. So they are definitely applauding you, Aquarius. And that almost made me like tear up. I'm so gay sometimes. And you know, gay means happiness. All right, so don't be like that. I don't know. I feel like they're making me get the money cards, but I'm gonna do these Island Wellness cards and then the money cards. All right, so hold on with me, guys. Hold on with me. Hold up. All right, Spirit. Mm. Yes, Nina, you missed it. A whole deck of cards fell on the floor, girl. I'm telling you. Well, some of you guys could have been dealing with your twin flame, but if the karmic came out here, then you might have been dealing with a karmic, and you might be meeting your twin flame, child, or soulmate. You could have been dealing with your twin flame because the twin flame mainly objective is not saying that you're going to be with this person, okay? But the main objective, twin flame, here's a good example of a true twin flame. Kanye and Kim Kardashian. A twin flame also teaches you about the yin and yang balance. They teach you how to love yourself. They teach you about Zen. They also teach you about duality. But some of you guys were dealing with the karmic, okay? Okay. Okay, yeah. They teach you about yourself. They teach you how to love yourself. And when you start loving yourself and getting in that energy of the Empress, the Emperor, that the divinity, okay, that's when you meet your soulmate. Your soulmate's not going to give you lessons, not karmic lessons. They're going to give you more lessons of balance. Okay, balance, complementing each other, love, something you did not feel from your karmic partner. Okay, we got the sword and the rose. We know we got clarity, we got the truth. We have many revelations from spirit in the physical, in the 3D and the 5D. Okay, we are held in high honor. We're looked at in high honor, like I said, in the spiritual realm. I hate to be repeating myself, but like yesterday, that pain, whatever we went through, that pain, those challenges, that adversity, it led us into our own personal power. Okay, and it led us into our own personal protection. We protected ourselves, and again, it led us to purpose. We're walking in divine purpose. And it might have come from force, from the divine, because maybe we were not learning certain lessons around certain people. We were not taking off the veil. We were being blindfolded, wanted to see the lightheartedness of everybody else. Again, that's where the blame game. You could be blaming yourself or blamed yourself in the beginning for the people that you let in your life. I think we had this yesterday. Stability, the palm tree. Stability, security, or Virgo had this. Permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. Yeah, we want stability. Everybody wants stability. That's that Four of Pentacles. You don't want something that is flexible, that's going back and forth. You don't want somebody that can't, or something that you can't depend on. You also don't want situations that stay stagnant and don't have growth. You want to be able to feel stable and secure with somebody or something or a situation. So again, you have to get rid of the karmics. You got to get rid of the burdens. You got to get rid of the dead weight so you can grow and soar. Some of you guys could be meeting somebody. You guys could be meeting and conversing. You also could have that karmic want to come back around and meet you and converse with you. They want to savor the moment because they miss you. I bet they do. Okay? They miss you filling them up. They miss you uplifting them. But again, you could have somebody new that comes around that wants your friendship. And when you're around this person, you feel uplifted. You feel very different than you did around this freaking karmic. Some of you guys could be getting back out there and dating someone new. You can't make it up. You're getting back out there. Somebody also wants to take you out. They want to plan a beautiful date with you. They want to show you. I'm telling you, girl or guy, they want to show you off. All right. Let's get some money moves here. And then we're going to end this reading so I can talk to Nini's. Okay. Child transformation. Change is the natural order of things. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Okay, like I said, we're releasing things and people. I have the whole deck in reverse. All right. Love affair looking. Got love light at the bottom of the deck. So again, some of you guys are having a change, a transformation in your love life, in your friendships, in your family. I told you got somebody that's looking. They have an eye for beauty. They're uncovering hidden charms about you. Also, you could seek and you will find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't make it up. Love life is at the bottom of the deck. Free from problems and money troubles. Enjoy the passion and love. Love and be loved. Okay, so if some of you guys, if this was a person, yeah, this was like that karmic partner, you could, I don't care how long you've been with this person. It wasn't your person. There's somebody better and more fit for you, more on your energy, more on your alignment, because you're definitely getting alignment. You were dealing with karmic energy, people that was not of your stature, your status, period. Sorry. So they're the ones that's mad, all right? Not you. Vacation. Start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge. So some of you guys could be going on vacation with this new person. Hey, hey, hey. All right, okay. You could be also be taking a vacation just to free your mind. All right. I know I'm trying to. All right. Somebody's very shocked at how you're moving. Okay. This could be this karmic partner. All right. Love affair. Perfect fit. Looking. Flexibility. We already read transformation. So love affair. Be aware. Beware. Love affairs at work rarely end well. Don't lose your mind. Okay. So for some of you guys, if this person at work, you might want to get another job or go to another department because you don't want it to interfere with your love life. Okay. If somebody is seeking you from work or you're meeting this person at work, okay. But again, you guys might be feeling like you're on this vibration, and she got the butterfly in her hair. That's that transformation. She feels like this is a change. This person is truly getting me. We're aligned. Okay. A perfect fit. This person could fit your puzzle. It's like the Rubik's Cube, finding the right path. Okay. The fit with the soul, the ideal job. Remember, we had a new job. Somebody was hired. Okay. You're meant to be here. So again, like I said earlier, we all have a purpose. What we do with it is on our own consciousness. Looking, have an eye for beauty, and uncover hidden charms. Seeking, you find. I feel like this is how somebody feels about you, Aquarius. They feel like you are a hidden gem. You're a snack. Flexibility. Adapt slowly by using versatility. Compromise, adaptation, change. Be flexible in your methods. Okay? All right, guys. I love you very much. Be you. Love you. Okay? It's the highest vibration of all. All right? And then I split the deck and it was a surprise partnership. Okay? So some of you guys are definitely, like I said, you're calling it everything. The role is yours. Just step into it. Don't be afraid. Okay? Act bold with it. Just have self-confidence. Don't be prideful, because remember, God, the universe can humble us real quick. And I feel that's what happened to these people that came against you, this person, these people, whatever. God is humbling them real freaking quick for coming up against us. All right, again, I love you guys. Thank you for your support, and support the channel if you're new here. All right, guys, thank you again. Namaste.